we're super excited. We've been playing around with Specialty Metals blog posts, and we have Joseph, the man himself from Specialty Metals, to give insights into actually how he has been using Vidiofy. I don't know if you've been using Spanish, Joseph, but would love to hear from your experience what really drew you to Vidiofy, how you've been using it, and then what I think everyone's really excited to hear about is really the performance of these videos.
So first I was gonna make you a job offer because you could become the Spanish customer service rep for the company.
Always have jobs.
So this is good. I'm glad I joined today as well because I've been with you guys for, I've lost track, but since early days, and to see the enhancements continue to evolve, it's been great. I would just tell everyone who's using the product or thinking about using the product, the Vidiofy team is very open to your feedback and suggestions, and they make most of them, not all of your suggestions.
They're on our roadmap.
They're on the roadmap, but there's still some things that for room for improvement, which is great, which is why it's such a great platform. It keeps evolving. So I think you started this conversation with some reasons why people don't use video, which is probably why I gravitated towards this platform. So video, the assumption most people make is that it's hard to do, it's expensive, it takes a lot of people, a lot of resources, financial resources. When AI popped up on the national radar, so to speak, and platforms like this became more popular to create video, it was just you have to try these things. It may or may not work for your business, but for me, the company had 0 videos. We had created 1 or 2 just like interview sort of videos. It gave us the ability to quickly create content or repurpose content that we've created into a new medium and build a video platform from within the existing content. You said hundreds. Yeah, there's probably over 1,000 pieces of content that's been created over the last decade or whatever it's been. We haven't yet created all of them into videos, and I'm not sure we will, but there's a ton of opportunity to take existing content, at least in our case, existing content, and populate video. So I want to just highlight one thing. You had mentioned the scenes. So you said 5 or 10 would probably be the ideal number of scenes. I think what's important to think about when you're thinking about the length of your video is where you're going to use that video. So if you're using it on YouTube, right, as a YouTube short, it needs to be under 60 seconds. At least that's my understanding. If you're using it on like a TikTok or an Instagram, you can go a little longer. But those are considerations to keep in mind: where it's being used, who your audience is, how long they engage. You can dig into that data as you have it as well. So we started out just trying to build up our YouTube channel. We have since crossed some of the other channels that are out there to put the videos on, and I'm happy to share. I think that's what you want me to do, right? Some of the stats. You have to give me permissions, please, to share. And did I answer all the other questions you asked, Stacy?
Yeah.
Like why we did this?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I love the point about thinking about the different platforms too. So that's the beauty of AI. You can generate different versions. You could do a 5-scene one to make sure you're under the 60-second limit, as Joseph mentioned. But you could do a 7-scene one to have like a 70-second one. You can try so many different versions.
Yeah. So you should see my screen now, which is my YouTube studio. Perfect. So like I said, we had pretty much 0 videos. Let's call it 0 videos. Over a very short period of time, I think we have over 110 or somewhere in that neighborhood. Lost track. I just pulled up data from, I guess it's about 4 months here, and you can see what's happened for our platform. So we've had 80,000 plus impressions across YouTube. 4% of those people roughly click into the videos. Over 3,000 views, and what I find mind-boggling is almost 46 hours of the watch time from these videos. What's also interesting that I've seen as we look at these videos is if you know what you're doing on YouTube, and that's a different conversation, you can optimize the videos for the platform, and it'll create more organic reach within the platform, but also other videos will start, associating with each other. And when you do create a short, you can associate another video to each short, which I highly recommend doing. which basically means that someone watches it, it'll say recommended, boom, you click. And so we're seeing people just go from video to video. We've seen our followers grow as well. Like I said, we started with nothing, and I'll click to this button here. So now we have 102 subscribers from zero. No paid, nothing. It's all organic, people just finding our videos and engaging. So this first video here, it's my favorite video, only because rhodium is a very precious metal. It's very expensive. It is our best video lifetime. You can see over 1,200 views. Again, all we did was use the Vidiofy platform, take a piece of existing content, created the video, uploaded it to YouTube, did a little bit of optimization, and it's had 1,200 views, which is just, to me, mind-boggling. It's a very niche topic that we're dealing with here. Not everyone is looking at, rhodium. Very few people actually have rhodium. So you can see these are some of the videos we created. They're longer form. They're not shorts, but for the most part, you'll see our content is shorts. I'll just click into the content here, and you can see. I'll just share, just kind of highlight this. The search within YouTube, 50% of our 50% of our traffic is coming from the YouTube search, 30%, just under 30% from the feed, and then the rest is coming from these other areas. As I mentioned, that rhodium is the top post, and then you see a very quick drop to 273. But for us, that's amazing because, again, niche product service. We've done nothing to generate other than upload a video. And like I said, we've had thousands of people watching and engaging with our content. It's kind of mind-boggling, and it's pretty amazing what you can do with video. And so, taking this video, or even taking the ones that perform the best, and then using that to update your blog post or post on Instagram, TikTok, or any other platform that you so desire, it'll just increase your reach for that. So yeah, we've been having fun with it. It's a great tool, super quick to create. And as Stacy said, it's not 100%, but you definitely get 95% of the way there within a couple of seconds. So I don't know what else I can share, Stacy. Happy to talk about anything else I may have missed, but
the numbers speak for themselves. I think, to go from a blog post to potentially 1,200 views on YouTube Shorts, I mean, that's incredible value. And
for one piece of content.
for one video. And I think that's where your strategy, Joseph, of not trying to pick and choose winners makes the most sense. You've got thousands of blogs. You're very strategic in, okay, what were the highest traffic blogs? At least let's start there, and then do those for conversion.
Right. So it might be worth. Yeah, it might be worth talking about that. So the strategy that we employed, and I kind of jumped right into it, but we took an approach, and we looked at the last year's worth of content, where people were going to, which piece of content were being consumed, year, 6 months, it doesn't really matter. And then we took those pieces of content and said, okay, is this an important piece of this or not? And if it was important, we would then create the video. So I have a spreadsheet which has red and green color coded. Stacy's seen it. It's a bit crazy, of all the content, how many views we've had on the piece of content, and then whether or not we converted it into a video. And so, yeah, you just need to be organized, because it will get crazy very quickly if you have a lot of content. So I have a bunch of spreadsheets just keeping track of these things, or tabs within the spreadsheet.
Yep. So some of it is, I would say, strategic, and then you want to go after the highest performing blog posts, because that's a good proxy for what might also translate well to video. But also the beauty of Vidiofy is you can generate these so quickly at high volume. You don't need to have to pick and choose winners. You can say, let's try the top performing 100 articles. Let's use that as our content to repurpose for videos, and then see what performs. It's an exciting game to play, because you're going to be getting some value. You just don't know which pieces might perform the best.
Yes, I would just add that was our approach. Was, it's kind of like how you eat an elephant, right? We had to take one bite at a time. But if you want to take an approach where this is our most important piece of content, most important topic of content, and just focus on the topic, you can, you'll see what happens. I mean, you may get a lot of views on a blog post, but no views on YouTube, and vice versa. So it's definitely test and learn, as you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. Great. Well, thank you so much, Joseph. It's so great to see the insights, your thought process, your flow, and hopefully this was very valuable insights and a workflow for everyone to adopt. I can also show a few other customer success stories, how they're using these out in the wild. I think I'm resharing my screen.
Stacey, I might add one more comment if that's okay.
Please.
One of the things which actually surprised me the most was the amount of engagement. So we get comments and we get likes and those sorts of engagement metrics, which, again, from posting a video, which obviously then increases the likelihood it's getting seen by more people. So everything is growing. It's the rising tide sort of thing.
Great. Everything's up and to the right. It's not just impressions, it's also engagement. That's huge, especially for publishers who want to hear from their audience. I see some familiar faces or names, I should say. I know John from Bob Vila and Lume from McClatchy are here. So this is all hopefully valuable in thinking about your guys' content strategies